Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Is It Called Wine Time with Pete and Felix. I'm Felix.
Pete.
That's who we are. This is It Called Wine Time?
Welcome.
So on today's episode, we thought we'd do something a little bit different, and rather than kind of extolling the virtues of a single producer or a single wine, although I'm sure we will get to that, we wanted to kind of look at a specific grape variety, which often gets overlooked. So today we're going to talk about Barbera. It's an Italian grape. It finds its home in the north of Italy in Piemonte, traditionally, although it is grown around the world, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of Aussie Barbera.
Yep.
We've got a few examples here in stock at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, really versatile.
I think our climate here in Australia really suits a lot of these Mediterranean varieties, so we're starting to see a real growth in that kind of area for Aussie producers.
I guess they're more drought tolerant.
Yeah, drought tolerant.
Kind of things that we want to see more of, really.
Yeah, they like the heat, things like that. So we are certainly growing it here. But today we're going to talk about Barbera specifically from Piemonte. In this instance, we've got a Barbera di Asti. Now, a little history on Barbera. It was once upon a time considered a kind of cheap peasant wine, vino di tavola. It's very high yielding, low tannins, high acid, and it was kind of just made to wash down, the rustic pizza, pasta, whatever, peasant food.
Workhorse wine.
Yeah, it wasn't considered nearly as kind of premium as, say, a Nebbiolo or even a Dolcetto, which are the other grapes in Piemonte. It really got a bad rap, I think, for a long time. And it wasn't until about sort of 20 or 30 years ago, maybe even more, that winemakers up in Piedmont decided to lower their yields, use a little bit of oak as well to add body and richness to the wines, and started making them more as a premium offering rather than just kind of vino di tavola. And to that end, Barbera di Asti has now got DOCG status, so it's the highest kind of Italian appellation status that they have there. In fact, I believe Asti is the only region that has Barbera as a DOCG grape. I could be wrong about that, correct me if I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure Asti is the only DOCG region for Barbera. So yeah, it's come a long way in the last sort of 30 or 40 years, and it's now, I think, a really fantastic versatile wine that goes with a range of cuisine, not just Italian, but a lot of different foods. Because of its naturally high acidity and low tannins, it's really fresh and bright. There's a lovely kind of red berry, blackberry kind of palate, but it's that really fresh, bright acidity that makes these wines so enjoyable and so versatile. So let's have a quick look.
Yes, let's look at the wine.
And as you can see, I'm sure from the label there, is that in shot? There we go. Today's offering comes from Scarpa. Scarpa are based in Monferrato, which is a sub-region of Asti, up in Piemonte, and specifically from the town of Nizza, which is one of the regions considered to be best for Barbera. Hands-off kind of viticulture, quite minimal. They use traditional winemaking methods, although I have to say, like a lot of modern producers, Scarpa have stepped away from using oak for their fermentation for Barbera, and they now just use stainless steel to retain that freshness and that acidity. But yeah, to the wine.
It's definitely fresh.
I mean, instantly you get this incredible kind of wave of red and black fruits.
Cherry,
yeah.
There's a little anise thing going on?
Yeah.
There's a little herbal aspect thing that
There is.
you get from
A little subtle
northern
kind of,
Italian reds.
Yeah, like a leafy herbal quality. I just get like a wave of bright cherry.
Yeah, it's really cool nose. Really cool nose. I opened it maybe 10 minutes ago.
So it's had a little time to kind of open up, but
it's definitely pulled into gear a lot more than when we first had a look at it. We did have a little cheeky peek.
But it's really aromatic and lifted and quite kind of vibrant and energetic.
Yeah. You can see why this would be such a good food wine, because there's enough acidity to support most dishes and cut through most dishes and still carve up space on the palate to actually have an impression instead of just kind of falling under and being lost.
Yeah, being lost by the food, exactly. The acidity is immediately noticeable on the palate. It sort of pings on the tongue at the front and really drives through to the finish. Alongside that, you've got the kind of intermingled sort of red and black fruits. But it's certainly a linear and focused wine. It's not broad. It's not plush. It's definitely a food wine because of that acidity. But that it's so kind of moreish because of that. I think one of the beauties of wine is that acid balance with fruit. That's something that I really love in wine. And this has it in spades. It's a beautiful example of a Barbera, and yeah, just absolutely delicious.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really definitely it makes me want food.
Yeah.
Some wines I'm like, oh, okay, literally just need me in the bottle and it's all good and we can have a good time. But this,
You could have a good time with most bottles, I'd say.
oh look, I'm just a fun guy.
Absolutely.
I'm just fun. But this would be better with food.
Yeah, it would. And I'm kind of thinking, apart from the classic Italian fare, like tomato-based pastas, even grilled meats, that kind of thing, I think this would work beautifully with like a cured meats or charcuterie board. A bit of prosciutto, some salami, that kind of thing, with something with a little bit of fat in it, to balance that kind of like racy acidity. I think would just be perfect. I could even a hard cheese, like a slice of Parmesan, some slices of prosciutto. I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah,
Most pastas that's going to talk well with.
absolutely.
Even the richer side of things.
Yeah, it's really great. And look, I think obviously Scarpa have done an incredible job. They do make Nebbiolo as well. They do Barolo, Barbaresco,
Vermouth.
Vermouth as well.
Yeah, we've got Vermouth, super popular in store.
So they're an incredible producer. But I just wanted to kind of talk about Barbera today because I feel like it gets overlooked. And it's a fantastic wine for when you're sick of Sangiovese, you don't want a Chianti anymore, and you don't want to shell out the money for a Nebbiolo. Barbera is the perfect point because it's not too expensive. They're brilliant wines, match really well with food, and I think it's another grape for you guys to go and discover. Because we love it.
Yeah, and Scarpa would be a really good point
Absolutely.
to check in with that.
Yeah,
it's good.
pretty tasty.
Yeah, can figure out what to eat with this for the rest of the bottle.
Yeah. I mean, you could just go home and have fun with it.
Oh no! Let's get some food in the next one.
All right, guys. Well, that's all from us for this episode of Is It Called Wine Time? We hope to see you next time, and always just drop by and say hi in store. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.